All right, good. So then there's global distribution. And this is this little picture in the right-hand corner. So now we say, well, all right, now we need to move our things. So maybe they're people on planes. We have the cost of traveling along a line. Like, how much does it cost for you to travel along one of these things? And then how much does it cost for you to go through a hub, right, a connecting piece? And so the way this is done is in this paper by Gaster Newman is to sort of just put a balance here, right? So we're going to say this is the length of a trip for a particular section of the trip, and then this is the total number of hops. So you can dial this between, if we put delta equals 0, we're only worried about the total distance. That's the pain, essentially, right? So if you're driving across the country, you're not really worried about all the towns you go through. But if you're flying, then you'd want to turn delta up a little bit, right? And that's manifestly sort of built into, you want to go to a trip somewhere, like no stops, 1 stop, 2 stop, right? Like, it's really a big deal to people. So it's made easy, and when you're looking for a flight, it'll have that option. But you wouldn't do that with towns, right? You wouldn't sort of have that. So and then of course then you only listen to your little rectangle that tells you where to go. So you can dial, and so if you have delta equals 1, you don't care about the distance at all, but you do care about each place you end up in, right? Because you're going to be watching TV on the plane, so it's okay. Or you love planes, you just love them, yeah. Okay. Or whether you have a peacock or not, right? That would factor in there. Plus delta times number of peacocks. Okay. Really one of the great achievements of humans. So, this is all we have for this is a simple idea, and then you go and simulate things. So this is the network for redistribution if delta equals 0. This is where you don't care about how many places you go through, and that starts to look much more like a road network. Of course, in the US it's been very gridded on purpose, so there's not so much of that. As you say, the hops start to matter, and this is going to be a fractal thing, so there'll be just all these tiny little, it's only showing the top level parts of this network. Then at this, and this is some point, what does delta mean here? Well, it's just a parameter to play around with. So you start to see hubs appear, and they're hubs that really are hubs for airlines, right? So, and in fact, what airlines have done, what we've done with flight is we've approximated a fully connected network, right? What we want is, what you'd want, and this is like Elon Musk, who's clearly a pretend made-up person, you just waiting to be an evil genius. The name. I know, Afrikaners, they're funny people. We talk about cricket a lot. But anyway, so, you have your thing, you just walk out and you get in your little space pod thing and you go, boom, to the place you want to go, right? So that's a fully connected travel network. You just put it in and you go fly and land. So that's a very expensive, difficult thing to have, right? Especially if it was like tubes everywhere, that would be really difficult to do. Now, you can if you start to build hubs, then really you're approximating with many, like an incredibly sparse version of a fully connected network. So, and you can get to certainly within a short distance of most places in the US on planes, by just maybe 3 hops at most, right? You can get a long way. Plus you get to be on a plane, which is fun, right? Magic cylinder, tube in the air, where you just sit in a chair and somehow it all works. Magic flying cylinders, right? So, but that's what that's doing. And there are a lot fewer connections than you'd have if you had everyone, right? N choose 2, 300 million choose 2. If you wanted every person to be able to go and visit every other person, including you'd have like a plane that took you from one room to the other in your house to visit your sibling. So that would be silly. But, yeah. Anyway, so once you dial it all the way up, at least according to the population density at the time, or distribution at the time, 2000, Cincinnati, Ohio is the center of the universe. Cincinnati people here? Do we have anyone from Cincinnati? This is, of course, Atlanta, this is a big hub and so on, and I think Memphis was back here, right? Maybe? No. one of them's there, like FedEx or UPS. You know, they have big hubs in these places. All right.